Hi guys, Francis here. Today I will discuss basic app ID and basic content ID, and later on the laboratory we will also going to configure some URL filtering, but this would be the same network setup that we did in basic interface configuration and not in security profiles, where we have a PC in here that is currently able to connect to the internet. On the last laboratory that we did, this PC is now able to reach the internet. So for app ID and content ID, what we are going to do, since we already have a route in here and all traffic is able to go out. So for this app ID and content ID, we're going to do some filtering, like for example blocking some site like Facebook, Google, or anything that you want, and a specific application if you want also, we are able to see those on the firewall. So let's start on discussion. For basic app ID, actually this is you are able to find those applications in the objects, and then just click application. This is all the application that is predefined in Palo Alto Firewall, where you are able to choose from different categories, subcategory, and technology. And for example, if we look for Facebook in here, for example, if you want to allow Facebook in your company, but you want to block a specific application, you can choose this Facebook chat, and then this Facebook chat is not able to be accessed on your network. Mean to say, the user is able to log in on the Facebook, but Facebook chat will be disabled. That is how the application is working. And of course, for this one to work, you need to apply it on the policies. For example, as you can see, these are the rules that we created earlier, where we all permitted all the traffics. Or if you want, you can also put some specific rule or create new rules instead of adding a filter on this allow all out. In the old firewall, that is the one that is using. They are defining it in every role if they want to allow specific traffic going out to the internet. But for this Palo Alto firewall, you can go directly on this specific rule where you permitted all the traffic to go out to the internet, and then you can just choose from the here on the application tab. Like I said earlier, if you want to block just a specific application, you just need to go to application tab and look for Facebook. Then everything will be allowed in here. Here, if you want to disable Facebook mail, just click it, and for example Facebook chat. Yep. Then all you have to do is just to click it OK. Okay, let's do a cancel because I don't want to do it right now. Okay, let's go back on the objects. If you want to block specific groups, actually you can also create one, which is in here, application groups. Yep. So in here on the application groups, if you want to do, if you could remember on the past video, we did create a specific object for the services, right? Where we did this H service FTP, and then we should use it on the security policy. It is just the same concept on the applications. Just all the application group, all you have to do is to create it in here, and then just use it when you are going to define it on the policies under securities. Yep, in here just add. You can add multiple in here, and then just call it for any group. Yeah, for example, like I said earlier, there is some, if you want to block for shared and everything, because all of them are applications, there are a lot of in here. Okay, let's do a cancel. And by the way, additional information, if you go to application, let's go back on Facebook, enter. If you click this one, you are able to see the details. Here, there are the details in here for you to know what are the, for example, if you're going to block Facebook apps, there are the details. And this one is using TCP and port 80 and 443, and it depends on Facebook base. Mean to say, if you block Facebook base, I think you are not already able to access to Facebook. Yeah. Okay. Mhm. Question mark. Okay, if you want to, if you click question mark, you're able to see some detailed details like I did earlier. Let's go back on the lab. Okay. Uh, okay, let's close the application. Hold on. Hold on, because my screen here, I'm not able to see the close button. Okay, let's just oh, hold on, guys. Uh, enter. Let's go back. Oh, sorry, guys. We're going to close it and access again, because I'm not able to close that specific tab. I'm not so sure, maybe because due to my monitor. Okay, let's go back on the firewall. Okay, let's wait. Okay, we're back. Let's go back to the object. Yep, applications, like I said earlier, and then application groups. Yep, that is for app ID. And then now let's go to the content ID. For the content ID, actually it includes antivirus, anti-spyware, this one, URL filtering, power blocking, and wildfire analysis. Actually, this is the one that I think which is very good in Palo Alto Firewall, where you are able to put it, or on the specific rule, you are able to add antivirus on the specific rules. So that is very cool. Okay, right now what we are going to do is URL filtering. For URL filtering, for example, in here, if you want to filter a specific URL like facebook.com, all you have to do is to click add, and then just add that a specific application that you want to block. For example, let's do some checking here. For example, block page, no, actually you can just do some block, or you want to continue, just inform user. how Facebook access. Test. Let's just do this. Okay, blacklist www.facebook.com. Then let's don't black it. Just inform the user that it is strictly prohibited. That we don't want to. Let's just inform them that accessing Facebook is not a security policy. Okay. Actually, in this category, you are is also able to choose in here. For example, let's look for example in here. Okay, yeah, let's do some education. Okay, here educational institutions, and then let's just do also some blocking in here. Okay, and then just click okay. Okay, okay, this is the URL filtering that we did. Let's do some testing before we commit to check that we are able to access the Facebook. Okay, we do have access, and then let's try any educational institution. Let's do my school. .ubagyo.edu. Yep, we are able to access in here. University of Baguio, and then let's go back on the firewall rule that we did earlier. After creating the objects on the URL filtering, we can now go on the policies, which I had mentioned earlier. We can go to okay, allow all out, and then in here we are able to add that filtering that we configured. Yep, that would be on the actions. Here, as you can see, this is the profile setting. On this specific row, actually, we are able to add, like I said, the different profile like antivirus, spyware, URL filtering, and even the QoS. It is supported in this Palo Alto. Okay, let's go for the profiles. Yep, these are the different profiles. But as you can see, we do have a choices in here. If you have a group that you created, I will going to explain later. Here, this is the group profile if you want to make. Let's show it before we added objects. Let's go back in the object. For example, you did create also an antivirus profile in here. For example, you add even anti-spyware, file blocking, that security profiles that I showed you earlier, that should be located in here. If you add any, for example, just a test profile, just for you to see that this is possible. And then yeah, you can click in here. Like I said, if you add anything, for example, it's default, and then okay, URL filtering. Yeah, this is the one that we did, right? Okay, let's just do an N so that we are able to call this one also. By the way, for wildfire analysis, if I'm not so sure if you're familiar with this one, wildfire analysis is, for example, if there is any threat that being seen on the firewall, or any malicious, benign, or gray wire attacks, we can configure the Palo Alto Firewall to send all the analysis to wildfire, and then it will going to send back to Palo Alto Firewall it's finding. That is how wildfire analysis is working. Okay, let's go back to policies. Then let's do click allow all out, and let's add the URL filtering that we added earlier. Let's go back to actions and okay, yeah, it should be allowed. And then just click a profile in here, profiles, and click URL filtering. This is the one that we did, right? Facebook access, and just click okay. Hold on. Hold on. I need to go back to the objects. I want to verify the filter that we create. URL filtering. Facebook access. Because I want to know what did I do. Let's go back to the education. I think I did. The action is still allow. Education. Yeah. Education. Yep, it is blocking. Sorry. It's black. So, okay. Yep, I think we're already done. The next thing that we should do is we need to commit it. Commit. Slow. Oh, it's not responding. Let's wait. Okay, it's already okay. Okay, successfully committed. Let's do a test. As you can see, earlier we did block the educational institution, so by right, we should not able to access this one. Yes, as you can see, web page block, because it only means that the URL filtering is already working, because we choose a specific category. So in here, if we are going to do a searching, for example, to google.com should be able to work, because we only block a specific category, which is for educational institution. For example, let's go at MIT, Massachusetts. Okay, for example, University of Melbourne, for example. This one is a institution, so by right we should not be able to access this one. Okay, as you can see, it is working, right? And then now let's test Facebook. What will happen? Let's see. Because we click the for allow button, we just click the continue, right? Let's see. Uh-oh. Control enter. Facebook. There's some issue in here. Let's secure connection. Hold on. Let's do some checking. Let's go back to objects. Maybe we could try. Hold on. Let's go back and Facebook access. Let's add another one just for testing. www.yahoo.com. How about Google? Okay, let's do a commit again. I just want to show you guys what will happen if you're going to click or use the continue as allow. So as you can see, I'm not so sure why it is not working on Facebook. Maybe I should remove it. Hold on. Let's try. Let's just remove this one just for testing. Okay, I'm just looking at it to check. Then let's do a commit. But as you can see earlier, we did a blocking on the educational institution, right? And it is no longer working. But everything else except for educational institution, all should be black. All should be allowed. Sorry. I just want to show you guys what will happen if you click the continue. So let's check. Because I just wondering if for Facebook earlier, uh, let's test it in different site. Yep, as you can see, actually by right this should be what is happening in Facebook. As you can see, web page black because we set it to pop up a continue. So by right this would be the error or the user will be receiving if we just click the continue button. But if you are going to click this one, it will going to go directly still to Google because we did not block it. Maybe we could try to check the Yahoo. This should be the same. Oh, it's only work. I think there's a catch in here, so that might be one of the reason. Let's check Facebook if we already have an access because earlier we lost the access in there. Yeah, we still have an access, right? So I'm just wondering what happened, why earlier we don't have any pop-up, but as you can see, we could try to deny. So what will happen? Here another testing, guys. We can do a blocking in here and www.facebook.com. It's scary. Let's remove Google in here. I don't want to disable my Google. And by the way, guys, for example, you choose educational institution, right, to be black like I did earlier. If you want to allow a specific educational institution, all you have to do is to put it in here in allow list. So let's add the one that I accessed earlier. Then let's click OK and do a commit. So after we commit, Facebook should not be able to you should not be able to log in already to Facebook, and same with Yahoo. But for educational institution, all educational institution will that be still be black except for one, which is the www.ubagyo.edu. That is how you configure it in the URL filtering. Okay, we're all good. So let's do a testing again. Not responding. Okay, went back. Still. Hold on, guys. Okay. Need to go back to Facebook. Earlier we can access, right? So let's refresh. It's now it's no longer working, right? And this should be same with Yahoo because I blocked it. Earlier we can access and now it is not. And this is the one that we are able to access earlier, right? This one earlier we are not able to access this because it is being blocked, but I allow it if you could remember. So let's check. Awesome, right? We can now able to access. But if we are still going to go to Google and look for other university, University of London, oh, it's also black because the category, as you can see, this www.london.ac.uk, it is under the category educational institution. That is why it is being black. So as you can see, all the URL or domain, it is been categorized. So on the firewall, if you were going to look, it is up to you what is specific category which is in here you are going to block or allow. So it's up to you. Okay, we're all good. That is for app ID and content ID. We're all good. Thank you, guys. Thank you.